Hello everybody, welcome to Crafty Bo. So today is Thursday and today we're gonna work on our little project. So today we're making this very cute turbans for the baby girls. I hope that's their name. I don't know if that is, but I hope that is. This is a very easy project. We will be recycling one t-shirt that for some reason you have at home and you don't wear anymore, but it's still in perfect conditions, and we are gonna use some fabric that I got at the store very cheap. So today we're gonna do that. This is a very easy project, and don't worry because today we won't require you to have any skills on the sewing machine because today we're gonna do it by hand. Stay with me and let's do this for the baby girls. So the first thing I need is to have my measurements. I need 2 measurements. I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna go all around the head of the baby. That's gonna be my first measurement, and then I'm gonna go from the back of the neck to the forehead, and this measurement I'm gonna divide in 2. Keep that in mind. Okay, so imagine that this is your fabric. You're gonna fold it once, and this part down here is gonna be your first measurement. Let's imagine that mine was 9 inches. I'm gonna fold, and let's imagine that the other measurement from the back of the neck to the front was 9 too, and remember I'm gonna do that in half, so that would be 4.5 inches, and I'm gonna mark my fabric like this. And this is the easy one because basically you are drawing like the half of a circle. Now I'm gonna go like this with my pencil just to have the marks where I'm gonna be cutting. Now there's a chance that your second measurement is not gonna match the first one, and let's imagine that here, remember we had 9 inches first, but let's think that you have measurement that is not the same, that is in fact a little bit bigger than the first one. So what you're gonna do if that happens to you is that you're just gonna mark your fabric like this, and you are gonna draw like a curve. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to bring together these 2 points, and we're gonna cut after that. Okay, let's do it in real life. Now I have this fabric that I got at the store, and I told you we were gonna recycle a shirt. This is a t-shirt that nobody wore, not even once, and it's been there for a long time, so I'm just gonna use it. I mean, it's a good idea to recycle. I'm gonna use my scissors, some thread, my needle, and my measuring tape, and I'm gonna use a crayon to mark my fabric. Now I'm gonna start with the fabric, and I'm using a fabric that stretches. I made sure that it's big enough for this project, and I'm gonna fold by half, and I will fold it again in half. Remember that's the half of my first measurement. So I'm gonna fold it like this, and I will have something that looks kind of like this. And I have, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, because remember I folded twice. Okay, so now I'm gonna mark like I show you. In this case, the measurements for the baby doll that I show you at the beginning do match both measurements. So I'm just gonna draw my half of a circle here, and once that's done, then I'm just gonna cut all around this. And once I have that, I'm gonna go with my thread and needle all around this part. I'm gonna start right here and I'm giving it a little bit of fabric, like you can see right here. And this is a very basic stitch, so it's very easy. So I'm just gonna go all around it. I have to do this right here because there was too much fabric in my needle. So you do that every time you need, like you feel like you need to. And I'm just gonna go to the end of this. All right. Now once I've reached the last part, I'm gonna gather my fabric by pulling the thread, and I'm gonna make this ends match right here because I'm gonna be stitching them together. So let's put them together like this, and I'm gonna be closing it right here. All right, and let's do another one just to make sure that everything will be in place. All right, let's pull it. And now you see this hole, I'm gonna need that. Okay, I have two pieces here. Both pieces are 13 by 7 inches. I'm gonna cut them in different ways, each one. Let's start with this one. I'm gonna fold it, and I'm gonna mark it right here. Let's make sure that everything is in place, and I'm gonna mark it just like this. Like this, and I'm gonna fold it and cut right here. Like this. All right. I will be sewing this. I'm gonna leave a space in the middle so I can turn it inside out. This is the other part, and I'm gonna sew here, here, and here, but I'm gonna leave this space right here to be able to turn it inside out. I have it right here, and as you can see, I left this small area here. Like I said, that's gonna make it easy for me to turn it inside out. Same thing here. I did this part and this part, left the middle part, and the reason I'm leaving the middle part for this is because that part pretty much is not gonna show a lot, so if it's not perfect, it doesn't matter. Now I'm gonna close this with a ladder stitch, which is pretty easy, and I'm gonna close this to just in half. So I have this piece, and like I said, just with one area will be enough. I'm gonna go once, twice, and 3 times, and I'm gonna close here. And that's all I need to do. I'm gonna cut my thread, and I'm gonna put this aside. I'm gonna have my needle ready for my ladder stitch right here. And what I have to do, it's pretty simple, pretty easy. I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna give it a little bit of space like this. I'm gonna go to the other side, do the same thing. I'm gonna come back, then go to the other side again, and I'll do that as many times as I have to. You can start seeing here why they call it ladder stitch. All right. And I feel like I left this area kind of, I don't know, looks to me like I left a lot with no sewing, but I really, sometimes it's pretty hard to turn it inside out if you don't have enough space to do it, enough room. So that's why I did it. But if you feel like you can do it without having all of that room, then it's gonna be easier for you and faster. You can see my stitches here. All right, almost finished. And this is gonna be invisible, so that's a good thing. But like I said, it's still in the middle, so it won't show, even if it wasn't perfect or if something actually shows. So you can see this right here. I'm gonna pull my thread in my fabric, and I'm gonna close right here like this. I'm gonna go through here. I'm gonna cut. All right, so these are the two pieces that I need for my bow. Now this part, I'm gonna be putting this through this hole like this. And I'm gonna make sure that my front side it's taller than the back, like this. You can see that right here. Okay, so now I'm gonna put this back. I'm gonna put it like kind of inside. I'm gonna turn it because this is where I'm gonna be stitching to put these pieces together. I have my needle ready with my thread, and I'm gonna start here from the back to the front, and I'm gonna try to make like a loop like this, and I'm gonna go through the loop with my needle. That's gonna make like a knot here. I'm gonna pull it real hard, and I'm gonna do the same thing again. Right here, pull real hard, and I'm gonna go now from the front to the back. And then from the back to the front. And just because this was like a very long stitch, I'm gonna go back again just to make sure that everything will be in place and nothing will be moving. Okay, from the back to the front again. Front to back. Back to front. One more time here. And I'm gonna do another loop. Go through it with my needle. Again. One more time. And one more time, just to make sure that everything will be right there. And this is actually a knot, so that's the last thing that I need to do. And I'm gonna cut my thread. Okay, let's turn it inside out. And this is gonna look like. And I'm gonna use the other piece that I made. I'm gonna gather the fabric right here in the middle of it. I'm gonna put it right here like this, and I'm gonna knot it with these two parts We're gonna go under it. I'm gonna bring this on this side and I'm gonna pull it, make sure that everything is out. Alright, and as you can see, you will end up with one side up and one side down there. Look how pretty this looks. I love it. I think it looks pretty nice. Very cute for a baby girl. Look. Alright, now let's work with our t-shirt. Now this, we don't have to fold it twice. We just have to fold it once. Use our first measurement for this down part right here. Alright, and then our second measurement to do this. Alright, and we're gonna cut right here. And the reason we're not folding twice is because we already have this, I don't know what this is called, but this part right here, so that's why we don't have to do the folding twice. I have my needle ready and I'm gonna do the exact same thing that I did with the first one. All around it. And since you already saw how we did this, I'm just gonna go fast here. Alright, we got to the end. I'm gonna pull my thread. I'm gonna match this right here so I can close it right here. Alright, it just needs 2 stitches and then I'm gonna close twice. Alright, now I have my hole here. To be able to make this, it's not a bow, it's more like just like a knot. I'm gonna be using this. This is 9 by 7. I'm gonna fold it and I'm gonna mark right here. This is where I'm gonna be cutting. Alright, I'm gonna fold. I'm gonna cut. I'm cutting right here. And you're gonna end up with something like this. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna sew here and here. I'm gonna leave this space open, as you can see here. And I'm gonna turn inside out. And I'm gonna close this part with my ladder stitch. Okay, just like we did with the first one. And I feel like this second one is easier because of everything, but I do find the first one cuter than this one. And this one is actually not for a baby, it's for like a teenager. Okay, I'm gonna close right here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I'm gonna use this part to insert through this hole or right here. And I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the first one. One side has to be taller than the other one. We're gonna turn everything. To stitch everything together. And I am doing the exact same thing here, like this, going through it.
Again, go through it, front to back, back to front, as many times as we need to. Righty. Almost there, guys. One more time. All right, we cut. Turn inside out. Knot. And that is it. That was easy, huh?
So that is our project for today. I hope you really enjoyed this video, and if you did, please subscribe. Leave us your message, leave us your comments telling us what you would like to see in our next videos, and like this video, and of course share it. Have an excellent day.